Hello, Annyeong, Bonjour! Welcome to Alia Perspective Podcast. This podcast is about productivity hack, mental health, and study tip for students. When you feel tired and need someone to hear you, this podcast is perfect for you. Now, with me Alia as your host, we will talk about everyone's struggle in their life. Insecurity is no longer to her in our ears today. Nowadays, people are using social media to flexing the glamour side of themselves. That so encourage some people to be perfect too, because they won't loosen up their ambition to be perfect. Then, when we are unable to achieve that, it will make us feel unconfident and feel not good enough. Well, that's a feeling called insecurity. And I think we should deeply know that insecurity is important to us. Don't you feel the same? I've heard about insecurity based on expertise, which they talk about insecurity causes fear about something that's a lack of confidence in one's own ability. This feeling happens when we make a mistake, an embarrassing moment, or feel like a failure to the point that we feel incapable of doing anything. This feeling also makes us scared of noticing our maximum capability. Furthermore, insecurity also happens because we compare our achievement and our life with others. Feel like we should always be the best people. Well, it's not necessary for us to raise our standard the same as people do, because everybody has their own standard, and it's not essential for us to conform to the standard of others to be the best. Why must we be someone else just to be the best? If we could focus developing our ability and setting our own standard. It's better we improve ourselves than using people's standard for a good sake for ourselves. And then we prove it with our progress every day. Because success doesn't come overnight. Based on my experience, when we feel insecure, just take a break for a moment and clear your mind. Because sometimes we just need a rest and stay focused with ourselves. Let's minimize the factor that might trigger us feel insecure. And that is the factor, here we go. First, insecurity because failure or rejected. I've read a journal from Happiness Research. Current life experience may contributed up to 40% of our happiness index. The most significant negative contributor are the ending of a relationship, failure to get a dreamy university, losing a job, and negative health situation. An unhappiness situation will impact your self-esteem, can be lower than standard, because we feel incapable of doing anything after fail or being rejected. When my beloved friend get rejected from her dream university, she seemed down in the mood. She said, "I feel so down and incapable of doing anything. I'm not worth it to get that. I don't even dare to show myself for a while anymore." And I'm wondering why she feel like that. And then I read a journal, Psychology Today by Kybich. He claimed in his book, Emotional First Aid Healing Rejected, quit, failure, and other daily hurts that rejected obviously create us to judge ourselves and others more negatively, at least for a while. Those of us who have low self-esteem begin more risk to feeling insecure. That's my 2 cents. So, failure or rejection can impact our self-esteem and being insecure. Then, how to fix it? How we can handle that situation? We need to accept our mistake or our failure. It's okay to fail. It's okay to make mistakes. Because we can implement what we have learned to improve our performance. Second, insecurity because social anxiety. Social anxiety caused by past experience give you bad moments that you can't forget it and become traumatized. For example, victims of bullying will feel insecure because they think they are not good enough with the standard of people. So, they decided to be silent and make more boundaries when interacting with people. They afraid that someone will be bullying them again. To handle that situation, we need more time to heal a traumatic moment and also accept our past, and that is not easy. After we can accept it, we must try to challenge ourselves to socialize with people. Then, after several things that we try to manage our trauma, I'm sure we will feel better and get our self-esteem back. Plus, we have new friends who probably can support us. Third, insecurity because perfectionism. Have you ever felt like we must completely our task perfectly without any mistake? Not gonna lie, it is not easy and will make my mind burdened. Of course, it has pros and cons. The pros are can produce an amazing job, can make one life more structured and more orderly, can make someone professional in his field. And the cons are waste a lot of time, it makes me stressed so I can't concentrate and unable to give the best result, to underestimate the result of their own work, so I can enjoy it when doing a good job, and the last is will never feel enough. The cons of perfectionism make me feel insecure. But what causes someone to be a perfectionist? From my perspective, it can cause two factors, which are internal factor and external factor. And now we are going to talk the internal factor. This is the most factor that everyone have, but they often didn't notice that. 1. Have a high standard but sometimes not realistic. 2. Have a mental issues. And 3. Want to be high achiever. Because of that, we also get the impact of external factor. 1. Intolerant with failure, cause usually being the best people, and it make me think that people can't accept me when I'm fail. 2. Have a family with high standard and perfectionist too. 3. Want to be admired or loved by others. After I became aware of that, I tried to combat my perfectionism with this step. Shh. It's a secret. I will tell the kids. The first thing to do is try to evaluate yourself with how much effort you put it, not just a result. Second, set your achievable goal for yourself properly. Third, to avoiding spending overtime to do tasks perfectly, set a realistic time limit and stick to it. 4. Avoid procrastination toward a perfect time to do. You can challenge yourself to start your task 5 minutes, even though you're not in the mood. 5. You can break down your job into smaller so you can do it step by step and easily to complete it. 6. Remember that mistake is not bad because we were born to get some love. That's okay, enjoy it. On a final note, insecurity is everyone's struggle in their life. It's okay to feel insecure, but don't get deep on it, because everyone is worth it. Just be confident with yourself and try to handle your insecure with identifying the problem, why you feel it, and how we can solve it, and many more. I know when we deal with our insecure, that might some effort get a failure, or simply your enemy wants you to fall apart. But like Kala Sittle have said on This Is Me lyrics, I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there is a place for us, for we are glorious. Thanks for listening up this podcast. Let's keep in touch in Alia Perspective Podcast, sharing perspective to caring after. Goodbye!